Pieces of barbed fencing were once again found intentionally planted in the service center parking lot. On Monday morning, city officials were alerted that someone had once again spread pieces of barbed fencing staples all along the parking lot. These sharp pieces of metal could easily puncture car tires or even harm pedestrians. This is the fourth incident of this type to happen at the Service Sports Center, and members of the city are disappointed in the community's lack of care for health and safety of others. To report information related to this matter or another public safety matter, call 780-874-3710. With golf season in its peak now with the beautiful weather outside, Rolling Greens Fairway is teaching kids how to sharpen their golf skills. The golf course has a 3-day junior program in the summer where it teaches kids from ages 5 to 9 in the morning and then ages 10 to 17 on the basics of putting, chipping, and driving. Wednesday morning session saw over 20 kids attend the program, something the golf course was thrilled to see.
Like, that's how you grow the game, right? Like we always talk about it, have fun, grow the game, get more kids involved. We really support all our junior golfers coming out. We make space and time for them. We make sure they're set up and they're able to golf at their own pace and learning. Even the older kids that can't drive a cart yet and they're just out walking, we really support that out here, and we want families to come out and have fun like that as well.
Rolling Greens will also be hosting a junior golf tournament on August 11th, which will be split into 2 age groups. You can head over to their website for more information. And it looks like those kids had some great weather this morning, and hopefully the afternoon group did as well. For more on our weather forecast, it's time now to check in with Shelby Clark.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jason Mackey. Yes, it looks really great. Seeing great that all the families are having a great time out there on the golf course and having some good positive vibes out here in the summer and enjoying the nice weather. I'm glad to see everyone is taking advantage while we can, because, you know, those winter months will soon be coming up. You know, time flies. But for today here in the border city, we are sitting at 26, so definitely have warmed up from what we were looking at condition-wise earlier on in the week. Seeing 26 with a mixture of some sun and cloud, but we have been seeing a lot more sun peeking behind those clouds, so hopefully everybody is using that sunscreen and staying hydrated. Switching over now to temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, we have definitely warmed up by a few degrees from what we were looking at yesterday, seeing closer to that 30-degree mark. Most spots are just seeing around 26 to 28 degrees over on this end, so looking a lot warmer for sure. When we go a little bit lower to Provost, they are just reaching that 25. Switching over to our Saskatchewan side here, they are seeing kind of the same condition-wise as what we are looking at on our, although some spots a little bit higher up are looking a little bit cooler. 22 and up in Isle La Crosse, while there's 23 in Green Lake and Meadow Lake. 24 degrees in both St. Walburg and down in North Battleford, while there's 25 in Pearson and Macklin, 26 in Maidstone, matching with us here in the border city. But for North Battleford, they will be going down to a low of 9, so still seeing those single-digit temperatures for their evening low. We are still seeing around that 8 to 11 degrees for our evening lows lately for our temperature, so not too bad of a condition for what they will expect tonight. Then looking at 27 tomorrow, so seeing a beautiful Thursday for North Battleford and seeing a lot more sun. Cold Lake will be going down to a low of 13, so seeing those double digits for sure. Seeing some nice conditions, so a nice warm evening. They'll be able to stay out a little bit longer if you got some outdoor activities going on. Then tomorrow, seeing 29, so closer to that 30-degree mark for sure. Definitely warming up as we go on throughout the week. And for us in the border city, we'll be seeing the same with that low of 13, then 28 degrees tomorrow. So as I was saying, we're going to be warming up as we go on into the long weekend just in time, and we will be looking at a lot more sun, so make sure you are using that sunscreen like I was saying. And ending off with a beautiful shot that we got on our Facebook page. Thank you to everyone that submitted some beautiful weather photos. Love seeing this one of the nice little scenery there with the grass and seeing the beautiful colors up in the sky. So thank you once again for this beautiful submission, and that's all I have for now. We'll have more coming up after the break.
I'm pleased to be joined today with Stacy Ruler. She is the Donor Relations Manager for Lakeland College. We're talking today about the Feast on the Farm event that's coming back to Lakeland College on August 18th. Now, the big news is that Synovus is coming on board as a major sponsor for this event. And we'll start there, Stacey. Can you talk to me about the importance of this Synovus partnership and how it came to be?
So we are absolutely ecstatic that Synovus is joining Lakeland College with our Feast on the Farm event. Synovus has been no stranger to the college, and they have been generous in terms of donations previously, and once again kind of stepped up after the pandemic here on a new venture. This venture really is an opportunity for members of the community, industry, alumni to connect in really an amazing fundraising opportunity that goes right back into student-led initiatives right at the college. So we couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, you mentioned it in that answer a little bit about how Synovus is no stranger to supporting Lakeland College. I think the Energy Center was something that they made a big contribution to. Can you talk a little bit more about what it's like to have industry partners locally that are able to come in and support the school and help with different events and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure, Jay. So it is huge in terms of the college's success. So the college really relies on our support from our industry, as well as these local companies like Synovus that are locally based, and allowing us to kind of elevate the learning within the classrooms. So making sure that the students have state-of-the-art technology pieces that they can utilize within their learning, and really setting us apart and elevating that experience for the students.
So let's talk a little bit more about the event that's happening, Feast on the Farm. This is the first time it's going to be happening in, I think, since 2019 it is. And even then, before that, it was a relatively new event. I think 2016 was the first time that Lakeland put it on. Can you tell me a little bit more about what the event is and how it goes to support the college?
For sure, for sure. Jason, it was an event that was started in 2016 as an opportunity as a fundraising event. It started small and really trying to connect that grassroots concepts of coming together, celebrating successes, and banding together as kind of a community. And that's where we still have those core values of this event. The event has grown, and now coming out of the pandemic, we are so excited to be hosting Feast on the Farm again. As you mentioned, it is a sold out event. We are super ecstatic about that, and we have countless sponsors that have stepped up to help us make this experience. Is going to be one of a kind. It's a night of casual experience, getting to know those around you as well as those other supporters. In addition to Synovus, we've got some great sponsorship and supporters like FCC, Synergy Credit Union, the Western Producer, Discovery Farm, Alberta Farmer magazine, and that's just a few to name some of our major sponsors. We have a silent auction to plan that event. We have an amazing raffle planned for those Edmonton Oilers fans. I promise it will not disappoint. So it's going to be a great opportunity for us to fundraise and really kind of add to that student leadership initiatives that we are doing within the college.
Now, the money raised for this event, is it going just generally to the school, or is there certain specific programs that it'll be allocated for?
So all of the funds raised go directly to our student leadership initiatives. So these are initiatives that are truly helping our students lead and excel in and outside of the classrooms. So it can be, in the past, we have funded projects like our human services students have created a natural playscapes project. So the funds have gone to that. We have our interior design students have had a contest to renovate and refurbish their cutting room, and the funds have helped supply that as well as enhance that learning. So those are just a few, to name a few. It helped our Indigenous Student Council with their Star Blanket fundraiser that they did as well. So again, just enhancing the learning and elevating those experiences. So.
No, it sounds super exciting, and I wish Lakeland the best of luck. You mentioned already that it's already a sold out event. How happy is it to see that? How happy are you to see that the community is already on board, it's sold out, and that this is looks like it's going to be another successful event?
I can't express enough. We are ecstatic. Our team is ecstatic. A lot has gone into this, as everyone has experienced when the events couldn't occur with COVID. That shifted things quite a bit, but coming out of COVID, the support has been phenomenal. And again, we just thank the community and everyone who's already helped us so far to get to this point, and can't wait till Thursday, August 18th, when we have a great evening planned.
All right, Stacey, thank you so much for taking some time to talk with me today.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jace.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Joining us today for Primetime Local News is award-winning duo Universal Honey. We are celebrating their 30th anniversary with a new single that just came out on the 22nd. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Glad to have you on here. So this release is called Is This the Real Thing? Tell us a little bit about this song and what it's all about.
Well, it's kind of just about the crazy times that we're living in right now, where we just don't know what's real out there. We hear a lot of different things. You know, the internet and social media can be kind of a rumor mill, and you know, and you're not able to kind of check out if it's real or not. So it's really kind of about that, but also coming back to just you know, hopefully we can all just come back to love rather than fear. So.
And would you say there was an exact moment or some inspiration that you had to write this song that you kind of experienced already through this journey?
Well, you know, I think that we wanted to write for the new album because we have an album coming out, and we watched the Beatles Get Back documentary. And it was really cool seeing how their writing process, being kind of a fly on the wall, so to speak, in their writing process, where they just kind of jammed out ideas and stuff. And so we kind of took that approach, which was a little different than what we had done before. And we were in our studio, and we had a beat going, and Johnny just started with this bass line. And it all kind of stemmed from that. And then everything else kind of really came really quickly and naturally. I started playing a guitar part, and then the melody kind of came quickly. And then Johnny kind of, you know, just took a spin on it.
When she does the melody, sometimes it's like, did you say? And she's like, no, that's what it sounded like. And that's kind of where some of the ideas start to formulate for how the lyrics are going to go.
And how's that support been so far with this release? Have you been seeing a strong response?
Yeah, we always have a really great, you know, fan base that are such great support around us. So it's wonderful to see in Saskatchewan and in Toronto and Buffalo, where we were originally based.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a ton of support. Yes.
That's really good to hear. And you were just saying actually that, you know, you have a album that's going to be coming out pretty soon here. What can fans kind of expect with this album, would you say? It's
a Universal Honey record that fits in well with the rest of our catalog, and you know, it's a 2022, 23 kind of vibe, right? So it's kind of modern and retro at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And it's upbeat, a lot of upbeat, fun stuff. It's great.
Well, it sounds like your fans and all your listeners will be excited to hear a fun and upbeat album. You know, it'll be a nice change to have, especially with everything that's going on. It'll definitely have a nice break from reality and be able to have some fun. Is there a certain message you're hoping that people will get out of listening to the album and this release? And how does it feel to keep seeing that strong support over the past 30 years, you know, with now being your 30th anniversary?
It feels really good to have the support, and it feels surprising at times because it has been so long.
I guess the message would be to stay connected.
Yeah, it would be, because then you can find out what's real.
Yeah.
And with even seeing already a strong response from this newest release that just, you know, came out on the 22nd, have you always seen that strong response from fans in previous years?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because we did take a little bit of a break for sure, and then you never know what, you know, people are gonna they don't care. No one cares anymore, you know, because you've left it for so long.
A couple of years ago, our music catalog, all our other albums wasn't available on streaming, so we got the rights back to that, and we spent the last 2 years putting out a chronological release of each record, and that kind of rekindled the fans to start coming around again and listening, and it being available for them to stream was a big part of us continuing on and making this next record.
Perfect. So that's really great to hear. And for people wanting to check you out, you know, they haven't heard of Universal Honey, want to check out your work and kind of learn more information about you guys, where can they go look online?
we'll definitely go to our website, which would be universalhoneyband.com. That's the place to just get everything. We've also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to. And then we have a monthly newsletter that we send out with just fun, like behind the scenes stuff and all kinds of really fun stuff. And you get first kind of.
And Facebook and Instagram.
And Facebook and Instagram, of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I'm happy we're able to help you get the word out for any fans here in the border city on both Alberta and Saskatchewan side for your latest release and the new album that's going to be coming out soon. And thank you both again so much for joining us today.
Thanks a lot, Shelby. Thanks for having us.
And that's all the time we have for our first hour of Primetime Local News. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Our second hour continues next.